Bar, do you catch up with Jimmie Johnson?
I have called Jimmie, and so your former teammates wondering why it's faster up there. But we saw on the graph there, you were much quicker when you went to the top. Did you notice that?
He says he doesn't know why. We used to always chase him. He was the guy.
He was always first one up there, right?
He was the first one up there and dusted off for us. But I just think you put less of a demand on the tires to run up there. You don't have to quite slow the car down as much. Your minimum RPM's a bit higher, and 100 RPM, 200 RPM higher. You're more in the power band and can just accelerate off the turn. Plus, it saves the tires a bit more. So, and I was one of the early ones up there, so it was on the cleaner side, so that helps. But the car has had some better speed in it. I still think we've got a chunk to go. But really impressed with the way we unloaded and how this looks for Pro Chevy's driving.
You mentioned better speed. How far of a step do you think you guys have taken at Hendrick Motorsports? Because we can see their speed there for the entire organization.
Yeah, I haven't even had a chance to look at lap tracker yet, so I don't know exactly. We know that it was sitting on top of the board out of guys in race runs, so that's a great starting point. But I think truth be told, you're not going to figure out everything in one weekend. And I think the last 2 weeks with an off week and then a road course race has allowed everybody at Hendrick Motorsports, to work on some other things and work in new areas, and that's showing up. So we've definitely taken a bite out of it. We'll just have to see how much come the weekend's end. You
are one of the most prepared athletes when it comes to running in the heat like this, but how big of a factor will that be tomorrow for all the drivers?
It's big, and the reason I've spent so much time working on it is because I'm not very good in it. I've struggled as a kid, even racing dirt bikes. We'd have to race in Las Vegas in the summer, and I'd always struggle when we were there. So, a lot of this is prep just so that I can be ready for the race. And honestly, with how much you're sweating out, it's really a volume game. You just got to get enough volume in to keep yourself hydrated so you don't cramp and feel bad.
Junior and Steve are up there in the big AC in the booth, so they're enjoying that, not having to deal with all this heat. So that's a good part for them.
It is. That's retired life. Neither one of them texted me to go for a bike ride in this heat. So enjoy retired life, boys.
I wonder why that is. So Jimmie's waiting on the